Today I want to share my personal views about reparenting ourselves and about the idea that our children come to us as a way of being our karma, of maybe fulfilling something within ourselves. And that may sound a little far-fetched or a little bit odd, but I think it's very interesting because when I look at my astrological chart and I compare that to either of my daughters, one in particular, it shows up more that I have aspects in my chart that are completely opposite of hers, or we have placements in our chart that would show areas that we would kind of butt heads or really get along. She and I are both creative, so we share that in common. But then there are other things that we have planet-wise that really make us butt heads. And I feel that it's coming to us as an opportunity to grow, to change something about ourselves within ourselves, maybe a belief that we have or something that's just ingrained in us. It could even be a wound, which would lead to reparenting. Like you may come in and go through life and end with a father wound or a mother wound or something that just happened in your childhood that you want to change or remedy or make right, really make amends with. And that's where our children come in and really give us that tangible 3D opportunity to change that, to rewrite that, to make a new story for ourselves as a child, for our children now, and moving forward, everyone's going to change and grow from that. Yes? So the idea that our children come to us as our karma to really rectify something, it's really showing you visually, driving home that this is something that you need to personally work on, that you might need to change. So how this leads to reparenting is it's going to give you the chance to really show up for yourself. If nobody showed up for you as a child for your games or meetups that you had, or your parents were never really involved in school or doing anything like that, then this is an opportunity for you to show up for your child in that way now. And as you do that, you're going to slowly, if you choose to do this process, that is, you're going to slowly start to see these changes show up in yourself, in your life. You're going to change the way you talk to yourself. You're going to change the way that you feel about yourself. And slowly you're going to become a more mentally and emotionally healthy person, because you're able to process what's yours, what's not yours, and what's being a mirror for you to really work through something that's coming up over and over. If something's coming up over and over, you're getting the opportunity to really change that. And until you change that, you're going to continue to see the same patterns play out with different people, with different genders, with different roles, until you rectify the situation, until you make the conscious choice to make a different choice, to do something different. Yeah? So, when I look at my chart in comparison with my mother, we have things that really drive tension home. We have things that are opposite in our charts. And so I have two daughters. And my youngest daughter, her chart really connects with her dad, with my fiance, right? So it's interesting how one child may, chart-wise, favor one parent over the other in terms of who's going to grow most out of that relationship. My youngest daughter and I, we don't get along very well sometimes. We butt heads a lot. We're completely opposite on the chart and our sun signs. We have a lot of tension in our chart, and every day she challenges me to grow, and every day she challenges me to stay aware and focus in the moment, right? Too often we get caught up in our own head and our own thoughts about what's going on, what we feel about a situation, how we think something should be done, and instead of jumping in and doing that for them, instead of jumping in and telling them, no, don't do that, do it this way, you are changing the way you're interacting with them, and you're giving your child the opportunity to problem solve, to work through and process their own way. They're going to learn better that way, and they're going to learn quicker that way. If they get hurt in the process, you're there. You're not going to let undue harm happen. You're not going to, you know what I mean? Like, you're there. You're going to keep them safe. But they still need the opportunity to learn and to grow and to know that, oh, I might not want to do this because last time I did something like this, I got hurt. It's a growing opportunity. Even when your child does something bad or negative or something that we think they shouldn't have done or should have known better, that isn't your opportunity to jump in and put in your 2 cents and save them from the situation or whatever. They're showing you, they're giving you a firm 3D cry for help, hey, I'm having this meltdown because something's too big for me to process on my own. Whether it's an emotion, whether that's a feeling, something's happening with them internally somewhere, and it's a cry for help. I don't know how to handle this. I don't know what's going on in my body, and I need help. That's not your chance to come in and harp on them more, to freak them out more. They need you there to comfort them, not to jump on them or anything like that. And we've all done that, okay? We've all been in situations where we've done that. But this process is about stopping yourself in the moment, stopping yourself right before you do that. For the same 100th time that you've reacted the same way, this is your chance to stop and react differently, choose differently. Every time you choose differently, you grow, you change, you evolve. Your child grows and changes and evolves. And the more you begin to become aware in the moment and not be reactive to their emotions and attitude because they're not being mad at you, they're not taking it out at you, they're needing you to be there to help them right now. And it's about you really accepting and catching into that. And chances are you won't see this pop up as frequently, if again, once you process and work through those emotions in yourself and in them. Because you're processing, you're reparenting in the moment. You're choosing a different choice. So you move on to another lesson, to something new that you both need to grow from. Make sense? That's how I feel about parenting. Whether you are your parents' karma and you're helping heal them, or you have your children come to you to be a mirror for you to heal that within yourself. Either way you want to look at that, that's how I feel about it. And they're giving you this tangible option to reparent yourself, to become consciously aware in your day-to-day and every day so that you can live a different, a better, a clearer, a more loving life. Because that's literally what we are all here to do, is learn to love unconditionally, to learn unconditional love for ourselves, loving ourselves unconditionally, loving our children unconditionally, loving our neighbors unconditionally, and people we don't even know, complete strangers, unconditionally. That's it. We're only here to learn to love. Some of us can learn that love through loving a partner, and it becomes a mirror back to ourselves. Sometimes we need to have that love on a deeper level, and we need to have a child, our own child, come in and be that mirror for us. Sometimes people are lucky enough that they can use a mirror to be a mirror for themselves, to learn to love themselves. Some people have a struggle with learning to do that, but however we learn to do that, we all must learn to love ourselves, our pure selves, our deepest selves, so that we can become unconditional love for everyone around us. That is our only goal, is to learn unconditional love. So whether we do that through reparenting with our karma, reparenting ourselves, and parenting our children better, it's all a choice. It's all an option to become more aware, to become focused, to become in the moment, to be here, be present. Because when we are here and we are present, that's when things are able to change. Yesterday was yesterday, 5 minutes ago was 5 minutes ago. It doesn't matter, you can't change it, it doesn't matter, let it go. What's going to happen in 5 minutes, you might know, you might not know, it doesn't matter, let it go. You can't control it. You can't change it. Don't worry yourself. Don't be anxious about the future. That's all anxiety and worry is. Fear of the future, of the unknown. Just let it be. You can't do anything as of yet for that. You can make plans. You can plan. But be here, be now. Be in the present moment. And that's when the true change will happen. That's when you will see the most results. We only have now. Not then, not in the future. Now, here. So choose to be present today. Take a minute and really focus in and be aware on what's going on around you. And really play with this idea of your children coming to you as a way to heal yourself, and see where you all are really butting heads, because chances are that's giving you your biggest catalyst, your biggest opportunity for growth and for change. Is the biggest area where you two are fighting and having problems. It's coming to you as an opportunity to grow and to change and to make a different choice. Be aware. I hope this really resonated for you guys. Thanks so much.